Welcome to FOH. This week, Kenny, we're going to visit a cigar, the Vega Robena Classico. Now, this is one of my boxes of cigars. I actually found it quite dusty. I thought it might have had mould on it, but I mean, just that light mould. Then I thought maybe it was blue.
It's got shingles.
Yeah, it doesn't. And you'll see it from the photo. It looks a little bit pasty, but...
Am I going to catch something from this?
Nothing you haven't already got, Ken.
Oh, Sue. God,
when you
this could be our most dangerous mission yet.
Look
at it. It's gone.
Yeah, it's almost like it's had a tough life, but really it's just been in my humidor for the well, these what are they? BAU Sep 10s, I think they are. So I mean they're not that old, but yeah, it's not mild because it doesn't come off. I don't know what the hell it is.
No, it doesn't come off at all, does it?
No, we'll find out anyway. However, what I wanted to point out,
it's snot. Someone's put snot.
Oh God!
Someone put snot across it. Look, it does. It looks like snot, doesn't it? Wiped.
It could have been a snail. You're obeying the classic.
Fill your humidors with these, fellas.
I love them. I've always loved them, but they must be the slowest selling cigar.
Gee, I can't think why.
They don't always look like that. They look far worse. Oh, cut it. Cut it. My draw is excellent, which is not always the case with these, but my draw is excellent. You've never had one of these, have you?
Oh, I think I've had them in the early days, but long time ago. Not for a long time.
Yeah? What's your draw like?
Firm, but...
Is it firm?
Yeah. It's all... Leave it alone. I'm not having you slobbering over my...
I just go to the foot.
It's perfectly all right.
Is it? Yeah.
I'm not having you... seriously, if it was a brick, I'd rather slog through that than have you slobber over it.
Will be your experience to this. You can't recall. You're gonna sneeze, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get a breath after.
Oh, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to have a look at it.
Leave my cigar alone, because no matter what it's like, you'll say it's okay, just to make me look stupid.
Well, suck through the foot of that and see what mine's like compared to yours.
Wind tunnel.
Compared to yours, really? Now you slobber on that part.
Well, it's my
You've
cigar.
got no concept of the way this works, do you?
I have a concept of the way it works for me.
Yeah. We'll be back to you once we get into the cigar a little bit shortly.
You got a hammer?
No. Getting towards the first third of the Via Classico. To me it's traditional, I should say, Vega Robena, in that it's got that lovely coffee chocolate notes.
It's got more sort of coffee and a bit of earth and that, but it's a very nice mild.
Yeah, it'd be just under medium. It's under medium, yeah.
Under medium, and it's very pleasant. It's quite in balance, and you said this is a 10.
Sorry?
You said this was from 10.
Yeah, I would have put it older.
Exactly.
I would have put it 06, 05, 06, around that period there, but it's definitely a 2010. It's got beautiful balance to it. If you like Monte Cristo, then I'm sure you must love Vega Robena. They do share a lot of similar characteristics, don't they?
Yeah, you could put a Monte label on that and tell me it was Monte, and I wouldn't have any problem, I'd believe.
Yeah, it really does share those characteristics. Just a gorgeous, enjoyable, elegant,
and a thoroughly good workout for the lungs, having to try and...
Is it that bad?
I'm not one to complain.
Please, yeah. Not one to complain, my ass.
Charming.
No, very good. I'm not sure, I can't remember now. I've had a mental blank, but I think they've been discontinued. And look, to be honest, let's go back to sales. I reckon that since these have been released, I may have sold 50 boxes. That's it. And it's, you can't survive on those sort of numbers. A cigar can't survive on those sort of numbers. It's a cigar that's never quite taken the world by storm. It's also had a lot of construction issues in the past. And Kenny's saying his is tight, and I've got no reason to disbelieve him. Where is it tight? Can you feel it through the... Yeah, that's the sort of in-depth analysis you want here on Friends of Vernos. Where is it tight? Just there?
No, it's softening a bit there. It's more sort of from about there right through.
Is it? Yeah? No. It's such a shame. Such a shame.
Oh, it's still a lovely cigar so far.
Yeah. Be back to you at the end of the second third. Second third, Ken, I know you're very vocal in the Brisbane Lions, a local AFL club. Ken's a lover of sport, as we all know. Mad lover of the Skins.
RG3 up there.
RG3's on Foxtel up here. No, next to Bruce Springsteen, RG3 is the other love interest of Ken. That's a fair comment.
He just drinks all day.
Why did God create days like this? I have to, mate, honestly, just to get through you. But what's your...
Like, I've got nothing better to do than sit here and
You
earn
actually
you
had
money.
nothing better to do today.
Well, I do, but I just...
You got a wine tasting at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, well...
And so you've come up here. Easy.
Well, I could have done some work. I've been down in the cellar working until Scuzzbucket kicked me out.
I didn't kick you
Not
out.
you. You're the Scuzzbucket.
That's you, Hutley. You Scuzzbucket.
Can you spell commitment, Hutley? Frickin' hell. Unbelievable.
One of our good Cuban mates. Oh, I tell you what. Anyway,
He's
let's go.
as reliable as a 2-bob watch.
Second, third.
Sorry,
cigar. The cigar. Do you want me to go
Second,
first?
third or what?
Do you want me to go first? Or
Well,
you
sorry, I've just got to get some breath back in. I'll be up for the lung transplant next week.
Oh, that's good. Gee, I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Hey, look, everything's terrific about this cigar except for the fact that it is basically half cement.
So it's still such a tight draw, but look at this. But we're still, in fact, you've drawn quicker on it than I have.
Yeah, but that's because you've been yakking for hours and I've been listening, and I've just been
Do you believe that?
sucking as hard as I can, so to speak.
Flavours? What are they? Give me a description.
It's
Give me
got
30
that
seconds.
sort of a little bit of creamy coffee note. Quite a light. It's not into that dark chocolate. I don't get that dark chocolate at all. I get that much lighter flavours.
Milk chocolate.
Yeah, more
It's
than milk chocolate.
It's Nestle milk chocolate.
Yeah, it's more milk chocolate.
Yeah.
It's more a creamy coffee sort of thing. There's a little bit of an earthiness, a bit sort of cedary. It's just a very pleasant, quite mild cigar.
Mine's on medium body now. Mine's on medium.
It's hard to tell.
No, you're having a struggle with the street on that, but mine's a medium. But I seriously.
It's a good workout. Saved me going to the gym.
When's the last time you saw a gym?
Drove past one recently. It's like Homer
Can we?
Simpson. A gime.
Can we just look at this? Can we just look at this? That Kenny, as those who've been on the Czar deck know, that we are 2.5 kilometres from the CBD here in Brisbane. So Kenny turns the rocks up on Tuesday and walks to his wine tasting.
You don't think people have got a life that don't need to... But go on.
He walks to his wine tasting.
I had plenty of time. Lovely morning.
He walks to his wine tasting and comes back, and then comes back, leaves his car here, walks his wine tasting, comes back in the afternoon, picks up his car, goes home. And I said, Kenny, are you sure you want to walk to your wine tasting? He goes, yeah, I do want to walk. I went, it's about getting fit, Rob. It's about getting fit. No problems at all. No problems at all.
Seriously, the brothers Grimmer.
So today he's got another wine tasting. We're on Thursday, same week, Thursday. Got another wine. He's got another wine tasting. He takes his car and he comes back. And I said, Ken, you're not walking today. And Ken, what did you tell me?
It's completely different circumstances. One
His
was in
feet
town.
are bandaged up. They're so sore.
I had a different pair of shoes on Tuesday, and so I've got a few blisters. That's the only problem.
Oh,
Otherwise, it was a
crikey.
lovely walk, and the tastings are in different places today.
We'll be back in the last third.
Oh.
Kenny, you rate it for me? Last third.
Look,
I know you've had some construction.
I'd be going 87, 88. If it was purely on the flavours and this was a well-constructed cigar, I'd be a lot higher. I'd be early 90s. But, if I want to suck on a rock, I can go out to the garden and find something. But aside from that, the flavours are nice. It's just...
Hard yards.
hard yards.
See, for me it's a 92, 93. But I've had a perfectly constructed cigar. The flavours are magnificent.
I might point out again, he chose who got which.
I always try to
Every
give you the
time.
best one, Ken. I always try to give you the best
Well,
one.
that's really an indictment, isn't it?
It is. I couldn't pick a cigar.
I'll tell you what, you'd want Smithy back in a real hurry if that's the case. I wouldn't be buying anything until Smithy's back on deck. Seriously, have a word to the bloke in the towel and he'll be back soon.
But this has always been the problem with the Classicos. It's construction issues have cruelled them. Great blend. I mean, it's a gorgeous size. It really is. I love it. It's just the fact that they get it so wrong construction-wise. So how can you blame people from buying a box and having half of them being too tight and never buying the same box again, and then they put the discontinuation and hence it continues on?
See, if this was just purely on flavours and that, I'd be happy to buy a box, but there's no way in the world I'm going near a box and I'm going to end up with something like this, because I mean at home you'd have tossed this hours ago.
Well, Kenny, the only reason I actually kept this box for myself is because it was actually generally one of the better constructed boxes that I could find.
God save the rest.
I know, it's a tragedy. It's not good enough, Habanos. You've got to pick up your game in these areas.
See, that's why I like to go back to that thing we've talked about before, where a roller has a box, and even if it's just a number or a code or something, you don't have to know his name or anything like that. But if number 1252, and you think, hang on, I've had boxes from this guy in the past, and they're crap or they're good.
I know. It'll never happen.
It won't happen, but who knows? Who knows?
Just get your act together, guys. I mean, it's just so important that we, at least 23 out of 25 cigars in any given box should be spot on.
Well, seriously, 25 should be.
Well, let's just start with 23. Other companies can do it. I know that they do the same volumes that you do. And we're talking about the Padrons or the Fuentes, etc. there, but you need to get your act up. Still, it's improved dramatically. It has.
But I mean, whoever rolled this really didn't give a toss.
It doesn't take much to get in a 42 ring gauge cigar, mate. It doesn't take much to get it wrong. It doesn't take much to get it wrong. But I see it too often, and I bleed for it, because there's nothing worse than smoking a tight cigar. I don't think
The Holocaust might have been, but
in the world of cigars, there's nothing worse.
I'm thinking that's
the
it.
Holocaust.
Well, yeah, there's nothing worse than a tight grilled cigar. Yeah, all you people out there starving,
In the
don't you worry
cigar
about
world.
it. I just hope that your cigars aren't tight.
On that note, the whole cabinet's about to fall down. Stop laughing. Really? Can you hear that?
Righto.
I feel like I'm in New Zealand.
Why, did someone rob you?
Earthquake. Until next week.
We won't be saying hello to our New Zealand viewers.
Hasta luego. Take care.
I'll still be smoking this.